Hey friends, welcome back to the Guitar Max channel, and I have today arguably one of the coolest signature guitars that has come out in recent memory. And no, I'm not talking about my signature guitar, although this one is green like mine, but this is the Michael Keene signature guitar from Vola. Vola, of course, producing these beautiful Japanese-made guitars. This thing is super shreddy. This guitar has been getting a lot of press lately. Different YouTubers have been checking it out. Darrell Brown did a cool video on it, as well as some other famous Canadian YouTubers. So I'm stoked to have this. Now, there's really two things with this guitar that I want to focus on. First of all, Michael Keene's band is The Faceless, which is a death metal band, and really it's a technical death metal band if we want to be precise. So you know that this guitar has to be able to handle the most demanding solos and licks. And this guitar has to be able to take a beating. So we're expecting it to be not just a really great, really well-made shred guitar, but also very durable and reliable. Now the other part that I really want to focus on is that this is a guitar from Vola, and even though it's a signature guitar, and even though it's made to this super high standard that you'll see in the video, this is surprisingly affordable. And when I say affordable, I mean it's in the same price range as some of the other Vola guitars. So it's not like you're paying a whole bunch more money just because it's a signature guitar. And just to be clear, Vola sent this to me, and I know it's a little bit weird for me to be checking out another guitar player's signature guitar, but honestly, this thing is right up my alley. Okay, so let's get into the specs, and there's some really cool details to go over here. Now, wood-wise, it's a mahogany body. It's a three-piece maple neck. So even though it's all maple, it's got three strips, running this way, which gives it a lot of strength. It's a beautiful dark ebony fretboard, and it's got 24 frets. Now, these are not stainless steel frets. They're standard nickel steel, and they're calling them medium jumbo, although in my book, these are more jumbo than they are medium. So really beautifully finished frets, really nice edges, polished. You can see here, it's beautiful fretwork. And I love this big inlay on the 12th fret here. They're calling this the Chaos Star inlay. Now, as far as the hardware, it's all Japanese stuff. We've got Gotoh tuners, and even the bridge is Gotoh. Even the bridge is made in Japan. And guys, I've been messing around with this guitar for a while now. This bridge is legit. This thing is so nicely made. I'll do some whammy stuff in the demo that you'll hear. This bridge might even be better than like a full-blown Floyd Rose. And I know that's a big statement, especially coming from me when I love Floyd Rose bridges so much. But this bridge is just really, really nice. Now, the other big thing here is, of course, the pickups and the electronics. These are Fishman Fluence pickups, and they are active pickups. We've got the battery compartment in the back there, and we've got no tone knob and just the single volume control, but it's a push-pull control. But it is not coil splitting on this guitar. This is what they're calling a voicing control. And like I said, these are active pickups, but I think the purpose of the voicing control is when you pull it up, it's supposed to give you kind of more passive sounds from the pickups. But between the push-pull pot and then a 5-way selector switch, we should be able to get a ton of different tones out of this guitar. So we'll talk more about the tones and the playability after we do the demo. But the thing to remember on this guitar is this guitar costs like $17.50. It's all made in Japan. Even the hardware is made in Japan. And when you compare that to like some of the newer Japanese-made Jackson guitars, which start at around $2,400, this guitar is actually quite a good value, especially considering that it's a signature guitar, and somehow signature guitars, it somehow magically adds hundreds of dollars to the price, right? Weird, right? Well, at least on this guitar, we don't really have that effect. And guys, look, I know I cover a lot of budget-friendly guitars on this channel, and so coming from me, when I say this is a really good value at $1,750, sometimes people spit out their tea when they hear that. But guys, it's all relative. Compared to how expensive guitars can be, this guitar is not expensive. And I think for what you're getting, in terms of the materials, the electronics and hardware, and just the overall build quality. I mean, this is a very, very good price for this guitar. Okay, anyway, guys, obviously you want to hear more about how this guitar sounds, so let's go ahead and get into the demo. But real quick, as always, if you enjoy videos like this, checking out cool new guitars, and also staying up on all the latest news in the guitar universe, and you have not already subscribed for some reason, please consider subscribing right now. Okay? Now let's go ahead and plug this in and listen to how it sounds. Okay guys, so let's talk a little bit more about this guitar, the playability and the sound. Guys, these pickups are super, super powerful. The thing I love about these pickups is that these are the kind of pickups that make you sound better, maybe even better than you are, or at least I sound better and I sound cleaner playing this guitar than I do playing other guitars. I really, really notice that when I play it. So the pickup setup here has a way of kind of exaggerating the notes you mean to play and getting rid of the extra noise that you don't want to come through. These pickups are really, really good for that. And look, this is the signature guitar of Michael Keene from The Faceless. It's a technical death metal band, right? I mean, it's gonna be strong, aggressive playing. You want a tone that is just absolutely gonna cut your head off and take all of those notes and just project them forward right out into the audience. These pickups really don't have any of that classic, like glassy Strat sound or anything like that. Even when you pull the volume knob and you get that secondary voicing, and that other voicing is, you know, it's supposed to sound more like passive pickups, kind of lower gain. It's not, you know, they're always hot pickups. These are always really aggressive pickups, no matter how you have the controls set up. But let's put it this way. The sound of the guitar matches the paint job, okay? It's loud, in your face, and aggressive. Overall, this guitar is just really, really easy to play, very shred friendly. It's a nice D-shaped neck. It's a thin neck. Like I said before, the frets are finished really nicely. It's a 16-inch radius on the fretboard, so very flat. It's, you know, fast. It has the satin finish. I love so many things about the neck. Now, guys, I mean, the playability, the other part of sounding very clean on this guitar, I think, just has to do with the frets and the fretboard and how nicely the frets are finished. There's absolutely no buzzing or extra noise or anything like that with this guitar. There's actually another little detail that I should point out. I'll give you guys a close-up of this. But the bridge, this awesome Gotoh made in Japan Floyd Rose style bridge, this has a brass block on it. And there are even screws into the block that hold these springs into the block. And what this does is it helps minimize the vibration of the springs when you're playing, right? And one of the problems that Floyd Rose type guitars have, or really any guitar with a bridge that has springs in it, is the springs tend to vibrate and that transfers the vibrations into other parts of the guitar. You get extra string noise, extra vibration. Some, you know, in some real bad ones, you can really hear the springs on the bridge, which it's not really a good sound. So between the build quality of the bridge, the brass block, and then those extra screws that keep the springs from vibrating too much, it just, the whole design of the guitar, I think, is really made to cut down on unwanted noise, and it really does that well. Every note you play on this guitar comes out really clearly. And so whether it's your playing or the looks of the guitar, they can see and hear you all the way in the back of the arena. And guys, look, I've talked about other Vola guitars before. This is the third one that I've reviewed. The build quality on these guitars is second to none. I mean, you know, Japanese build quality is famous for being very precise, and this really lives up to the hype. And I know, like, $1,750, you know, $1,500 to $2,000, for a lot of you, that is a lot of money to spend on a guitar, and especially it's a lot of money to maybe spend on a brand if you haven't tried out a Vola guitar before. But guys, this really delivers. I mean, for the money you're spending, I think it's going to meet your expectations. Even if you're used to, like, really budget-friendly, good bang-for-the-buck guitars, this guitar still delivers that same concept. It's just at a much higher level. So big congrats to not only Vola Guitars, but Michael Keene. You guys have really come up with an awesome, awesome guitar, and this is something to be proud of. Now, my question to you guys is, what do you think of the color? Obviously, this bright, like, you know, get your attention miles away green, this might not be for everybody. Would you like a different color? Do you like this one? What do you think? Let me know down in the comments section below. So guys, that is pretty much it. Let me know what you think of the guitar down in the comments section below. Big shout out to Vola for letting me check this out. And yeah, this is just a really, really cool, very modern shred guitar, and it makes you sound good, which is my favorite thing about it. Okay guys, thanks for watching. I'll have links for everything I was talking about in the video down in the video description below. And guys, if you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll talk to you very soon.